I was just talking to my nana. She was wishing me good luck. I've put emojis on the back for speed. So, how is everybody? It is exciting, isn't it? Oh, God, isn't it warm? I'm so sweaty. Welcome to my little corner of the internet. And corner spelt with a K because that's, you know, more on brand. But it's Kelli Taylor's late night comedy salon. And I've got all sorts. I've got, Susie, why are you having a go about the music? I didn't write it. It's got to be royalty free, Susan. Anyway, God, it's beautiful to see all these beautiful women and that bloke. Now then, just want to welcome you all to my corner of the internet, and it's going to be quite exciting. Yeah, it's me, everyone. And the first thing I want to do is I want to introduce myself to you all. My name is Kelli Taylor. I'm a celebrity hairdresser, and by that I mean I'm the celebrity. A lot of people go, oh no, I only do celebrities. I don't really. The biggest celebrity I do really is Wincy Willis to name, but Wincy Willis, Roland Gift's mum, you know, loads of people, Peter Levy, Karma with a K, you know it. So my names might be boring, but the way I spell it is amazing. Because when you see my name spelled out and written down, you know you're meeting somebody who's got a lot of pulling power. Because I spell it like this: K-E-L-L-I, but the last I's upside down like an exclamation mark. And honestly, written down, it's wow. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to reply publicly to some private messages that were sent to me. Bad boys. I'm wearing a blonde wig today because I just feel fancy. So, do you know what? This is really embarrassing, everybody, and I'm so sorry. I might have to put my glasses on. I'm blind. I'm quite fat, apparently. Right then, so everybody. This is to Stephen Larkin. Stephen Larkin. You sent 27 badly spelled messages and 6 SpongeBob gifs. I assumed you were a child with learning difficulties, but I checked and you're not. You're really, 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 really old. You're too old, really. Also, why do you need to know so much about my shoes? You're a very, very old pervert. And you don't spell where like that. You're an idiot. I think you should explore the exciting world of autoerotic asphyxiation. I've heard it's very sexy. Peter Levy hasn't got a restraining order against me, Ben Kelly. Actually, Ben Kelly's got a really good podcast out called The Skeptic Isle, where he whinges on and on and on about not being able to go to pub. It's very good. But he hasn't got a restraining order. Craig Shaw from Plymouth. Oh, all right. Remember when you kept trying to have weird hair washing role play cyber sex with me? I do. And I'm embarrassed for you. Howard Faulkner. I need to take my glass off of this. Howard Faulkner. Stop using your dead wife as a weird icebreaker. She told me to tell you that. This is a good one. I shouldn't have worn this wig, it's annoying me. Ed Hines. What in the world possessed you to send me that photograph? I'm happy you're so confident in your underwear, and I hope I'm still tech savvy at your considerable age. Again, very, very old. Ashish Kumar. No, I won't marry you. Drop it. Lee St. Wadworth.
He sent me 15 questions. All of them were, how you good Christmas? Yes, I am. Fuck off. Malcolm Tuke. What's he got to do with you? Darren Jowett from Beverley. He's a local lad. Go and fuck yourself. That's it. That's nice. Do you see how I styled out pulling my own glasses off? Like I was meant to do it. Carl Hollis from West Bromwich. Thanks and none of your business. And Marcus Webb. Now, some people might remember Marcus Webb. Marcus Webb, do you remember when you sent that obscene message and I posted it on your business page and then you had to close your business down? Do you remember? Because I remember. I just wanted to remind you in case you're having a good day. So that's that little section out of the way. Now, let me tell you, I've asked a lot of people some questions and I'm going to share these things with you today because I'm a great person. I'm such a great person. Now, I was going to do a problem page or like you call in, stop sending me messages. You remember, don't you? Because you're part of it, you little minx, weren't you, Jane? She's a very naughty radical feminist. Now, what I was going to do, I was going to have people send in their problems to me and I was going to, give them my advice, my very, very sage advice. But then something really struck me. Everybody's doing that. And then something bigger struck me. I don't really care. And I realised I don't care recently because I'm an empath, as many of you know. That's why my mood's up and down in the salon. I mean, 1 minute I'm nice as pie to Becky, next minute I'm just making fun of her speech impediment and shouting at her. So I just absorb other people's moods. So there I am at home and Jackie rings me up. And I thought, oh, God, what does she want? Because she gets right on my nerves. She's my best friend in the whole world. I love her, but God, she's a pain in the ass. Anyway, so she's ringing up and she's giving it all this, oh, blah, blah, blah. The lockdown's really difficult for me. And I thought, Jackie, it's difficult for everybody. Come on. And then she brings up her husband and starts whinging about that. And I'm all like, he's been dead 2 weeks, Jackie. Stop whinging about it. It's not going to bring him back. But I didn't. I dressed it up all flowery like and said, come on now, Jackie. He wouldn't want you to be upset and crying. No, what he'd want is he'd want you to be outside enjoying the sunshine and he'd want you to stay late on Thursdays when the salon opens again. So instead of asking for your problems, I've asked for your solutions. I'm going to turn this light down because it's really bright and it makes me look real sweaty. No, look. Is that more better? Just somebody say yeah or not. Is it more better? Yeah or not? Has everybody gone? I might kill myself. There we go. Thank you, Harriet. It is more than enough. Thank you. What I don't like is people going on and on and on and on and on and just labouring a point. People die. My nana died 15 years ago and we've never been closer. Honest to God, I talk to that woman every day on this because it's basically texting for ghosts. Now, I did lose the planchette. They like little square thing that goes around and you go, oh, are you Nana, are you all right? What's it like in heaven? And she goes like that, right? I lost it. And this is a really frightening story, right? I couldn't find it anywhere. Looked high and low, right? I found it a week later in the dog's bed and it looked like a demon had chewed it. So I've done a few spells and I've put a spell on this and so this should keep me safe. But yeah, this is how I talk to my nana. So I am very spiritual, as a lot of you know. So I asked the internet, by the internet I mean my friends. I've got lots of friends, I'm very popular. Lots of people, apart from the roads on the banks showing my age right on my leg. God, I'll say out. So, here we go. I've got some brilliant advice. Now, the only advice I've got, really, is never judge a book by its cover unless you are a judge in a book cover competition. I made that up. Regardless of what Lee Clark says. Right, so, I've got some good advice here for Emma Moneypenny. That's a good name, isn't it? Fucking hate this wig. I wish I was dead. Right. Emma Moneypenny says, this is probably some of the best advice you'll get. Always ensure your flash is turned off and your phone is on silent when you're photographing strangers on public transport. Can't everybody live by that, please? Because you know when you're like photographing someone's a bit and they're just like acting like a knobhead, and you're all, or somebody's being attacked and you're just all filming it and not helping. Turn the flash off. Yeah. Robert Hughes said, this is nice, this is real advice to live by. Robert Hughes said, some give, some take. If you're a person that gives, set your limits, because takers never will. And that's like me and Jackie, because I give her loads of things to do and she just takes the piss. Claire Evans says, never put anything in your mouth unless it's been boiled. And that is exactly how I get out of doing fellatio. So, Sophie Carlin, dress for you, no one else. That's why I've been sacked from a few jobs for refusing to wear the uniform. Now, Ben Schofield and Jane Roper said this at the same time, sort of parallel thinking type thing. But they said, what other people think of you is none of their business, none of your business, sorry. So basically saying, don't care what other people think of you. I've lived by this now. Tom James is not bad. He's got some advice from a kitten. He hasn't. He hardly ever gets advice from kittens. I know for a fact because I've seen him with his cats. Right. Where was I? Yeah. So other people, you don't need to know what they're thinking. And that's exactly. Jackie is awful. It's one of the reasons I stopped hacking her emails, to be honest, because she was getting real paranoid. Right. So what else have we got? Ooh, I'm going to have to put my glasses on. Is this annoying people? Do people wish I was dead? That I keep playing with my hair and playing with my glasses? Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to kill myself. That's just the end of it. No, I'm killing myself. Right. Nick Baldock said, decide what you want and say no to everything that's not that. And I'll live by this advice because I wanted a Taurian baby. And I said no to everything else. And that's why I had 3 abortions. I won't have a Gemini. So, Venice Allen, this is a nice one. If you don't know what to do, do nothing. Am I reading the whole facts? No, the whole facts are written at the bottom there, Tom. Yes? Can you not read? Because you've written a book, haven't you? You thought what was the thing? See, there's a massive delay on this, and now I think that you're saying filth to me. You, Jesus. Oh, sorry. He is the people's poet, the hair, right? Anyway, listen, shut up. If you don't know what to do, do nothing. That's advice from Venice Allen. And that is very, very good advice because I have watched 3 people choke to death. And she also says, only take advice from people that have what you want, which is good because I get all my relationship advice from Kerry, who's on the Kurt Geiger counter. So brilliant advice there from Venice. Rank Phantomus, that's a fake name if ever I heard one. I have to take issue with this. Don't put anything smaller than a calculator in your ear. That's not the saying, you massive knobhead. It's your elbow. And have you ever been to Japan? Because they make tiny little calculators. They love tiny little things. They love them. Peter Dinklage is huge over there. This is one of my favourite ladies in the whole wide world, Jane Roper. No is a complete sentence. It needs no qualifications. Gail Reed says, things have a way of sorting themselves out. Lucy Spacey says, if you wouldn't ask for their advice, don't give a fuck about their opinion. Well, everyone wants my advice and opinion. So, yeah, if you don't believe... Sorry. Da-da. But, well, if you wouldn't ask for their advice... What's more advice? A lollipop tip? What? Say it again, because I don't know what's going on. I best drink some of this. What's that? Drink. It was just water. Somebody posted something up, and I don't know what they said, and now everything's gone wrong, and I wish I was dead. Oh, shush. Yes, Lucy says don't ask for people's opinion, blah, 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 blah. Well, everybody wants my opinion. Everybody wants to know me and see me. You're looking at me now. Graham Lovett, whatever you do, give it 100%, unless it's giving blood. In a funny, he's very funny, and he's Irish, which is brilliant. I'm all for it. Mick Allen. Now, Mick Allen's a lovely guy, but his advice was about bicycle punctures. And I had a look on his profile, and he had a lot of pictures of bikes on there. So I think he needs actually professional advice, and I refuse to read out his advice. Jenny Harrison, you don't need a man. And Rory Barrett, his advice that was given to him was stop killing hikers, which is obviously nice, thoughtful. I'm going to do a little bit of Windy Pops. So, hello, Liz. I'm Calitola. Spell it like this, K-E-L-L-I, but the last star's upside down like an exclamation mark. I think everybody should have a special name, a very special spelled name, like my little lad, Blazer, B-L-A-Y-Z-A-H exclamation mark, but it's all in capitals. It looks brilliant written down, honestly. Blazer's great, if anybody knows the Blazer. He's just moved into a different bedroom recently. Any advice on getting an oil stain out of brush cotton? I'm going to be honest with you, Abby. You live in squalor. Have you thought about just washing something or giving it a wipe? Well, I was saying about Blazer. He's just moved his bedroom, and I've just found loads and loads of pots that I thought I'd lost forever. So it's cupboards are bursting, so to speak. What's the best thing for a headache? I think being kicked repeatedly in the head, or loud music, or living with Blazer. He's 15 right now, is Blazer. All you can hear in my house at the minute is, I hate you, I wish I was dead. He knows I don't mean it. I just get so frustrated with him. Do you know what I mean? Now, what's next on the agenda? Now, I've got a bit of a supernatural corner. Spelt with a K, because it's on brand. So I've got Kelly's supernatural spooky corner. There it is, look. Please, I'm so sorry about my glasses, but I don't think I can get laser eye surgery on account of I can't keep my eyes open when people come near them with a finger. So, I know that's not how it works. Thank you, pervert. I wear these so people think, oh God, is she a YouTube filter? I can't get this. This is the worst day of my life. Worse than when my nana died. Because I had to carry all their shopping home on my own. Right. This is a little bit... I love you, Jane Roper. Oh, we've got glasses on. Glasses twins. Right. This top tip is from Amazon Jackson, who's a comedian. And if you don't know her, you're an idiot. And I always read her name as Amazing Jackson. But that's because I'm an idiot. This is a spooky story, right? She was on her way, right, to her grandma's house. It sounds like the beginning of Little Red Riding Hood, but I swear down it in. She was on her way to see her grandma, and she randomly just bought some apples, right? And she don't normally buy apples. I've met her. She's not an apple eater, right? And on her way to her grandma's, which she didn't normally go that way, she met a starving horse. Which isn't that spooky? No, you don't. I'd scissor you. Right. She called the RSPCA when she got home, which is beautiful. And that horse was delicious. Gary Jennison. Oh, where's the spookiest place I've ever been to? Liverpool. Gary Jennison, he's got a spooky story. It's not so much a spooky story as a boring story, but I'm going to read it anyway. But I've added a little bit onto the end to make it more sexy and fun. Gary Jennison is also a comedian from Hull. My lipstick is going all over the place. I look like a whore. Right, Gary Jennison climbed Kilimanjaro. He said for charity, he had to get that in. God, he can't do anything without telling people. With a group of people. He wouldn't go on his own, he's too scared. And he met his wife's grandmother's postman. I told you it was boring, isn't it? And they've since become lovers. I made that bit up. Right. Now, Andrea Whittaker Lindsley, that name sounds like she's saying it for attention. Lindsley, pack it in. Her 3-year-old, this is very spooky, actually. I followed through a bit reading this. Her 3-year-old told her that he used to be someone else called Jonathan with wild hair. And he had his nickname Ducky, and he was married to a lady called Fanny. My favourite ghost, the Holy Ghost, baby Jesus. Now, I just want to say to Andrea, I do exorcisms. If you want your, I am too. I do exorcisms for $39.99, and with that you do get a free Indian head massage. So I suggest you do that. I don't stalk Darren Brown. We're just really good mates. Now, Patrick Draper, Amy Collins and Gina Overton all have this same story. Not the exact same story, but the same sort of story on a theme kind of thing. And it was, they were all walking down the street far away from where they live, and they answered a phone, and it turns out it was somebody they knew. I love them. Oh. It's fun, right? People that don't know, Hedge is a woman who is dead. Right, and my spooky story. Now, I've got a spooky story. It's a bit more spooky than all of those. And when you hear my spooky story, you'll go, oh my God, Kelli, that is so spooky. You should write a book, because I should, because it's really spooky. But right, I was going to, I'd been invited to Ingrid's Hand Summer's night, but I couldn't go because I was going to Leanne's hen night that night. And we were all going dressed as prisoners of war, sexy prisoners of war. And all the stags were going dressed as the Third Reich. So I couldn't go to the Anne Summers party, but apparently it was a really good night. Tammy said it was a brilliant night anyway, but Tammy can have a good night anywhere, because she had a sing-along in the back of the police van when she got done threatening that old man. I mean, she said he threw himself in front of the car, but he was halfway across the zebra crossing when she hit him. So, I mean, who are you going to believe? It got thrown out in the end because apparently it's against the law to have a three-way with the arresting officer and the judge. I don't know. I'm not a law scientist. Anyway, so Ingrid's upstairs at the end of this night, and she's feeling pretty pleased with herself because she's bought 2 snap-crotch teddies in completely different sizes because, you know, her weight does fluctuate, mainly because she's a bit but you didn't hear it from me. So up comes the husband, Jeff. Don't know if you know Jeff. Big fella, beard. I think he's got learning difficulties. He goes upstairs and he says, who's that bloke downstairs? And she goes, there ain't a bloke downstairs. What you on about? And he goes, there is a bloke downstairs, I'm telling you now. So she says, no, there ain't. And they have this little, like, to and fro argument for a little tiny while. And then he says to her, come on then, downstairs, I'll show you where this bloke is. And she goes, oh, all right then. And she puts a towel on her hair because her hair's wet. And she goes downstairs. And she says, where's this bloke then that's downstairs? And he goes like this. And he points, right, and he points at an empty chair, and she goes, there ain't a bloke there, what you want about? And he goes, yes, I know there was. I'm telling you now. So what they do is they Google their address, and it turns out 5 years, almost to that month, somebody died 3 doors down. You can't make it up. Now, are you going to tell me that you don't believe when you hear shit like that? Because I don't know. Oh, now, Rich Long, do they still sell Stain Devils? Yes, they do. But I don't know what you're talking about, because earlier I spoke and forgot instantly due to partly alcohol abuse. Now, I've decided that putting beer in a fancy wine glass makes me look a little bit more sophisticated. Peter Levy is the new Darren Brown. He is, but Peter Levy can't do magic tricks. Have I ever made love in a graveyard? No, but I have done a Sudoku on public transport. Oh, we do have a sex pest. Well, how much of a pest is it? We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to do this. Still got it, never lost it. Now then, what's next? Jim, can you tell me in any way, surreptitiously or just like it with your mouth, how long I've got and what we're doing? Because if I look at my watch, I can't see it. All these whole facts, it's fucking brilliant. I'm so amazing. Oh, I wonder if Jim's gone toilet. 25 minutes done. What the fuck? How long have we got left? I can't remember. That's a bit of lipstick. 20 minutes to go, motherfuckers. Now, I'm going to read a Kelli rotica because you know me, I love sauce. And the thing is, as well, also with me, is I like cashing in. And I saw how much that E.L. James divvy made from writing that awful book. Ugh, not fit to wipe your bum on, was it? And it wasn't sexy. Another burp. You're welcome. Now, this is one of the sexiest stories and it's quite empowering. It's very womanly. It's all about women getting theirs, sort of, in a way. It's called Woman on Top. Would you like me to read it sexily? I don't know. I'm not really a sexy person. Hang on. Woman on Top. Is that sexy? Jean was a super confident... No, I can't do it like that. It's not going to happen. Jean was a super confident and sexy businesswoman. I've got it in like what's like a diary that's travelled the world. So everybody thinks, oh, she's well read. Right. Jane was a super confident and sexy businesswoman. I already relate. She liked nice clothes, fancy shoes, and money. She was extremely driven, hardworking, and intelligent. I can totally relate. She had worked in admin for over 14 years and she was one tough cookie. No one would mess with her. She had a reputation as a bitch. Once someone ate her muesli bar out of the break room and she had them sacked for theft. Thursday morning, Jean was getting off the bus and walking into the building when she spotted a young man wandering around outside. You look lost, said Jean. I am a bit, said the handsome stranger. God, this is brilliant. Well, if you tell me where you need to be, maybe I can help you, she said with a glint in her eye because she thought he was terrific looking. I'm a natural storyteller. I'm wanting to find Jean Mottershed, said the mysterious lost man. I'm wanting to find Jean Mottershed. It just flows out of me. You found her, replied Jane. Oh, you're not what I was expecting. What do you mean? I was expected someone less attractive. Well, you certainly are charming. Why are you looking for me? Jean inquired. I didn't know to put enquired or inquired, and it took me about a good week to figure that out. You ordered some stationery, and there seems to be a huge error on the form. I love corporate worlds. The young man looked panicked and pushed his glasses back up his nose. Greasy nose. That's impossible. I always check and recheck these things. Come up to my office and we'll sort this out once and for all. She spun round and headed to her office. Really good at telling stories. The tall, handsome stranger followed, sat down, and Jane went and sat down behind her desk. The office was something out of an IKEA catalogue, all beige and glass. She'd had some frames with her City and Guilds GNVQs and some swimming certificates behind her. Jane flicked the mini electric heater on because the porter cabin was always cold in the morning. Should heat up soon, said Jane, rubbing her hands together. Now, show me what you have, she said to him briskly. Excuse me. I know, right? Excuse me, said the man. The farms, I need to see these so-called mistakes. Oh, yes, of course. Here it is, said the man. Now, I wrote it before social distancing, Susie. So, I know you're a copper's narc and everything. You probably grasped me up for writing a story where no one social distance. But can you just give me a break, yeah? Anyway. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, of course. Here it is. The man handed Jane the form and sat back on his grey plastic chair. What's your name? Asked Jane, glaring up at him. Paul Johnson, replied Paul Johnson. Well, Mr. Johnson, I see what's happened here. I've smudged the number 1 and it looks like a 7, Jane explained. Oh, okay, said Paul. I hope that sorts it out, said Jane. Yes, said Paul. Good, replied Jane. Paul Johnson got up and walked to the door. He was just about to leave when Jane said to him, Fancy a blowjob? He certainly did. The end. That was sexy. So good at sex. Now, the last section of my show. Let me just have a little tiny drink of this juice. No, there was no twist, Susan. The twist was arousal. The twist was dripping wet, drenched pants. I know. If there's one thing I know, it's sex. Look at these lasses. I know sex. Right. Now, my last bit is Kelly's Conversation Corner. And it's where I get to speak to a lovely guest. I've even got a little book, Kelly's Conversation Corner, Kelly's Conversation Corner, Kelly's Conversation Corner. I tried to get the domain name, but I couldn't get it. So, here we go. I'm going to speak to a really famous comedian. And I want to warn you all now, she's Scottish. It was a surprise to me. But apparently, here she is. She's very funny. She's got loads and loads and loads and loads of fans and followers. Everybody loves her. She's got a mouth like a potty. And I'm going to have a competition. And the competition ends at the end of this show. And I want you to guess how many times Dee swears. Because, oh, you can see the lace on my wig there. Don't look at it! Idiot. So I want you to guess how many times Dee swears. She swears like a trooper. And I'm going to go back at the end and I'm going to count them all. And the winner is going to win this. Some money I found. I don't know what it's worth because it's in English. Right. But anybody who wins that will have guessed them correctly. So can you please welcome to Kelly's Conversation Corner, or KKK for short, the brilliant Dee Maxwell.
Hello!
Oh, look how there she is! That's her!
How the fuck are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Well, I'm feeling a bit off colour. I feel as if I've had some too much buckfast and it's went to the liver. But apparently it's Scottish sun.
You've got sun there? Because I've been in Scotland and it was raining.
See, that's just being prejudiced. You've only been once then.
There's one thing you're going to learn about me. I'm a very racist person. Terribly racist. 33 swears. Tom guesses 33. Harriet guesses 54. Don't let me down. So I'm going to ask you some questions. But before I do, I want to know about you. Tell me, where the fuck did you come from? Take my glasses off this. People see my
Well, I went to acting college, to find my vocation in acting, bit of
massive thespian.
Yeah, some Shakespeare and some proper breathing skills, some dancing, a couple of games of tigs with 17-year-old boys, which was interesting. Oh. Yeah, and did some plays. And then one day I was stuck in a traffic jam on the way home and I decided to tell the whole world about it and people liked it. And then the ultimate fucking fucker was Tesco's putting the fucking vinegar next to the extra virgin fucking oil. Now, where do you put it in England?
This is a question I don't know. I don't remember.
It's
know.
important.
I'm just going to Sainsbury's, yeah? I'm
Well,
not going to go.
and one of my posh friends said to me, "Well, you do know, darling, it's a vinegar, with balsamic, and all. It's not balsamic, it's white vinegar that you put on your fucking chips, bitch.
You put white vinegar on your chips. Are you an animal? We put cider vinegar on because it's much stronger.
No, we put.
You haven't got chip spice, have you? Either you Scots.
Yeah, but do you use your white vinegar for fucking washing your windows?
I don't.
Well, you've not fucking lived then.
I like how we're having a pretend fight, right? I once went to Glasgow, right? And I had some chips in this chip shop, yeah? And they were fucking brilliant, yeah? I don't use Cardo, fuck off.
Yeah. Hi,
go on.
Yeah, so that's what kind of happened. I did this big rant about how I was fat as fuck. I'd went to the gym for the first time and people were shouting, "What gym? Gym in front of you, the burger van." Because I was 24. I was a size 24 at the time. And I was running up and down the aisles like Usain Bolt because my very spoilt, privileged child must have white vinegar on her microchips that are barfing anyway, which means disgusting. And I went up and down the aisles like Usain Bolt. I shouted at the manager, who happened to be my friend at school, who I once did hit with a bag because he didn't behave himself, Graham. Hi, Graham. And I said to him, "Why the fuck is the vinegar next to the fucking virgin oil?" Once he enlightened me where it was, after me checking the whole store, which supermarket sweep. I was waiting in Dale Winton to jump out and tell me I'd won a prize, but that didn't fucking happen either. So anyway, we get to it, we find that I'm sweating, I'm starving, it's the first day of diet. I'd been eating a Chinese, followed by a wee pizza, and I'd maybe phone up for a wee cake, and that was just for breakfast. So that was the place I was in, but I was eating fish and I was waiting up the house for it, and I'd been and done the whole let's starve before we go to the gym, because apparently that's effective. Gets up and can't find the vinegar, and who knew, the whole world loved it. Australia, 4.2 million hits, and I'm still here.
You bloody bastard. Good for you.
Great.
Is there anybody in particular you'd like to stick it to? I mean like reverse over them in your car. Anybody in particular?
Well, I would like to give a big shout out to Shotgun Nostrils. And if you went to school with me, which you didn't clearly, but if you went to school with me, Kelly, with an exclamation mark, upside down.
Upside down lie.
Love it. Anyway, if you went to school with me, you would have known a teacher called Shotgun Nostrils, okay? And she used to look at me like this. What are
Should we kill it?
So she said to me, "You know what? You constantly play to the gallery. You think you're so funny and you'll amount to nothing. Well, Miss Reed, fuck you."
Yeah. Fuck you. Yeah. Miss Richardson once said to me, "You won't get by on your looks, Kelly Taylor." Well, I've got a swimming pool. So let me get these questions. I might have to put my glasses on again. Do I still look ridiculously sexy with my glasses on? Look, this is me without them. God, sex. This is me.
Well, if I was a lesbian, I would say keep the glasses on.
That makes me very... And if I was a lesbian, I'd scissor the fuck out, yeah.
Thank you.
Right. You're welcome.
I recently shaved. I shaved. I went through two pairs of kitchen scissors. I got the dog to chew the ends off because it was really quite long and I couldn't quite get in it with the clippers. So then I did, the whole handstand in the bath, and okay. I stopped at the bum fluff because I thought I'm going to cut my arse. So no.
How long does your arse hang down? Did you just...
Well, in recent years, because I've ate pizza and you know, I did that thing, relationship, you know, I did that for 12 years and it made me fat and miserable. You know, I actually just turned out and said to this guy that was breathing next to me, fuck off. Turned out he was my boyfriend. So that's what happened with that one.
Well, whatever you're doing, it's working, and you'll have to come round to the salon and I'll do you a vajazzle.
Oh, you don't know what
it's lovely.
what's happening. What's happening, Kelly, is right. All my fans, anyone that's tuned in will know, and the ones of your millions of fans that have tuned in for you are going to not trillions. Still, I mean, we're sitting here, movie stars, the two of us. I mean, you know that Sylvester Stallone's watching it.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
It's just beginning of something massive, Day.
Yeah, definitely. This is going to be like the new Lorraine Kelly. I mean, obviously you don't see Lorraine Kelly. I mean, we don't get it down. We don't get it because
I kind of hate Lorraine Kelly because she's so nice to everybody to the face, and then afterwards she's like, "Oh, weren't they awful?" Blah blah. That's me doing a Scottish accent. Like I say, very racist. Very, very racist.
Very poorly practiced racism, though. You should know your shit to fire it back to be justified.
Oh no, I just like casual blind racism. Mainly white people. Who does your hair?
Well, this is actually a little wig.
Oh, you splendid bastard! I love wigs.
It's called a little hair topper, and a fancy because I went and dyed my hair online, like home dye.
Was it the pink thing?
No, I
saw something.
Well, what it was happened, there's lots of colours going on in there, darling. Let's just not even get into the roots, right? But I actually did the whole bleach thing, like 40 volume, like I was crystal tips, and I was sitting there and it looked like, you know, the guy in, what's it called? Not Look Who's Talking, that's the other annoying kid show that I wanted to drown the children. Home Alone.
Okay.
All right, and the guy electrocutes himself and he goes, ah! That was my head. It was fucking sore. And it still went fucking ginge, and I cried, and everybody's like, you know, there's people out there that are working front line. I went, I know, but my hair's still ginger and I can't help but cry about it. Please let me do that.
It annoys me when people say don't get upset because there's someone somewhere starving. Fuck off. I don't give a shit. My hair's ginger. I feel you, sister.
You know, so it just fucked me right off, that kind of side of things. But, you know, it's a wig, and it was my wee fan that custom made it, come down in a car and left it in a wee bag outside my door. It obviously can't be blended in, but it will be when we're back out.
Brilliant. I have a room full of wigs because I am a massive loser. What's been your biggest hairstyle mistake?
Well, once upon a time, I just split up with my partner, you know, the guy that made me fat, you know, the reason that I'll never love one of you fuckers ever again. Anyway, but, you know, I'm over it. I'm definitely over it, but the worst one was when I left him because he liked long hair, and I pretended it wasn't about him because I was liberated. I was going out to sleep with all his pals, his brothers, and his dad. So obviously I had to get ready for it. So anyway, his dad died before that could happen, so it was fine.
Not
but
while
anyway,
you were doing it.
No, before I'd even asked, he died without me even knowing that I was going to do that. So that was good, you know. His brothers, I had both, but when it came down to it, they looked a bit like him, and I fucking hated him by that time. So that was too difficult. But my worst experience is when I shaved it all around here. Now, I was still pretty big at this point. And not that I've got anything against big lesbians, but I didn't like looking like one. So, you know, and I got the big blonde bit, and everybody's like, oh, it's well cool because everybody's
constantly asking people asking you to play pool with them when they think you're a lesbian.
Or asking me to sing Pink because obviously I'm now recovered from my car crash. You know?
Yes.
You're not like a fat pink hen. There's no better insult than a Scottish one. You know what I mean?
They shoot horses for less day, you know.
You know, it's terrible what they say to you, but you know, it's character building, as my mum kept telling me when I was getting punched at school. So.
Oh, your mum sounds supportive.
She's a fat bastard. I'll call it
don't get
often
me started
online.
on mums.
Okay.
Got another question for you, Dee.
Okay.
Do you ever do impressions of people from other ethnicities? And if so, do one now.
I actually don't.
Of course you don't.
I don't. No, I honestly don't, because my cousins were.
Nobody from a call centre?
No, listen, my cousins were. I tried Irish and failed miserably because I like the Irish accent. So when I was maybe having a finger frig, which we say up in Scotland, you know, a DIY play, I like to talk Irish, so it sounded like the guy. So it sounded like the guy over there, but it wasn't working. I still knew it was me, and it was a very, do you know, one of those orgasms that you cry after it, and it's actually your own, so you've got nobody to blame. One of those fuckers. Yeah, Irish probably.
What would you consider to be a fitting punishment for a nonce?
Well, here we go. Right, so this can be. There was that I had a perpetrator. I make it commonly known that I'm a survivor of sexual abuse. So
yes,
when I was having,
baby.
So when I was having a wee think one day what I would do to my perpetrator, and I had the scene all set, so I don't think court's good enough. So what I suggest is we tie them to a chair, right? You with me? And you know Mika the song, Take It Easy. And then that's one. Right, so you're singing, dancing, you're getting the big mask on it, and it looks like a Chippendales dance because you're all happy because you're burning the beast, you know. And then you get in there and you get the Bunsen burner, and this very Scottish thing tradition because we like to think it out. So we've got the music in the background, set the scene, and then we just slowly burn them to death with a Bunsen burner that I stole off my chemistry teacher who didn't like me either.
Do you know what? I watched that on To Catch a Predator. If Chris Hansen came out with a little Bunsen burner and just burnt all those nonsense,
that would be hilarious.
I'd pay the gas bill.
So would I.
What would your last meal be?
Are you talking to a fat girl, man? I'm still fat inside.
The last meal, why is it?
Just one thing. Can it be a buffet?
A meal can
Chinese
be 12,
buffet.
12,
I don't like Chinese buffet because people finger it. Not, I mean, I'm not a double dipper, so it can't be a buffet.
It's your meal. No one else is fingering your meal.
Right, well, we would have a world buffet, but that means you get pizza, you get macaroni, but you also get a chow mein. That's my kind of stuff.
I think if you ate that, it would be your last meal as well, because you would just
but you said not together, Kelly. Separate plates.
Die. I'm such a big spanner. Now, can I ask you what the hell you've done that you would, without question, order a last meal? What crime have you committed?
Kelly, listen, hen. I've just sorted my fucking life out, right? My crimes are my past. They're not on record and they'll never fucking be either.
Oh, you sound like a gangster.
Well, no.
You do, you sound a bit dangerous.
No, it's a bit like everybody that's watching this in my area is going, oh, here she goes. Thinks she's big bully, big balls, which means hard down here. But I'm hard. I'm gorgeous too. And I've got a nice shaved vajayjay council cut. But I couldn't put that online like the boys have.
Well, when you come on to me, I'll vajazzle it up. I'll put you a little Scottish flag on it. And I can do everything. I can do full mound, half mound, or flaps. So
can you put 45 on it?
What do you want?
45.
So
it's just a number that I liked.
Would you need to change it to 46 the day after?
No, I would just need to keep it there because it was 45 for Scotland. Just because you said you were racist, I thought I would just be a patriotic Scot.
Oh,
and say
right. Oh, no, I don't mean I'm that kind of racist. I'm just one of those people that refuses to acknowledge that I should do anything about anything. If you won the lottery, would you tick the anonymity? I can't say anonymity because of this. The anonymity box, or are you mental?
Oh, basically, of course, I wouldn't tell anyone because I want everybody to know that I worked hard for my money. I'm just going to tell them that I'm in a Bollywood film. You can't really see me. I'm doing voiceovers, and Tom Hanks has been speaking to me about the new film, and that's where the pre-contract monies came for. I would rather lie and just say that I was absolutely made it famous, fabulous, than say it. Plus,
Me too.
My family, there's people that came out that would work in Scotland for a purvey, as they call it up here, which means the tea after the funeral, and all these cousins going, do you remember me? I'm like, no, I must have played for you when I was 18 months old. I don't know who you are. And then all these people would want a fiver. Fuck that. No, I'm a minute all the way.
I can't hope everybody dies. Do you think adult colouring books are weird and for weirdos?
Well, not particularly, but yeah, because my sister's weird and she likes them.
Yeah, they're for weirdos. Yeah. Chips or new potatoes?
Chips.
Yeah, it's chips for me as well. Cats or dogs?
All the way fucking dogs. Cats are bastards.
They are bastards. That's true as well.
We actually taught one of my friend's child to say that. Well, not our child, our wee brother. And we used to go in and go, Liam, what's the cat's? And he'd go, bastards, because he had a wee lisp and we thought it was dead cute when he was 4, but his mum didn't.
She probably wouldn't, would she? She probably hates you. Yeah. If your best friend came to you in the night and said they accidentally killed someone on purpose, would you help them hide the body?
Absolutely.
What about an hairdresser you don't really know?
Well, depending on how much you'd pay me, I'd probably send my boys. I wouldn't need to get my hands dirty, you know what I mean? I'd just send some of the boys to sort it out for you.
It's just good to know that I've got fingers in pies. It's good to know.
Definitely.
Thank you. What have you bought during lockdown?
Right, you ready? You remember that fucking game show? You know, the one where they used to take the thing down the conveyor belt and you had to fucking remember everything that was on it? Well, here we go, right? So I did start crocheting before the lockdown, but in my infinite wisdom, this is only a few balls. I got this colour because I thought that would make a lovely wee cover.
Oh, that's nice, that move.
It's lovely. It's a kind of purpley colour. So I haven't done anything. And then my sister's daughter was having a baby, and we went and get mint green, and she decided to tell me after I bought 6 balls of it, the fuckwit, that she didn't like mint on her grandchild. So we've still got that. We've got an array of other colours, but we couldn't get all there. And then I thought, we've got all this lockdown time we were children. Basically, I wanted to burn them with the wax. So I got them some candle making kits. It was going to be a nice accident. Unfortunately, I couldn't work out how to heat the wax up high enough. So we're still working on that little hobby for me and my little fucking darlings, yes. And and these as well, they're not in my size, but they were a bargain. They were bargain.
They are the fucking ugliest things I've ever seen.
It's all right. I'm giving them for my daughter because I don't like her just now. So then everybody's going, oh, my nails. So I trained in acrylic nails tonight because I didn't want a boss, because I decided that I knew that working for someone was never going to fucking work, So I decided to work for myself, for a chemist. That didn't work out, so I decided that I would do acrylic nails. And I went and got myself a full acrylic nails kit. Now, you can't see it all, but it's all in here, darling, all the little pots. And I was going to do my nails. Done them once.
Oh, yeah, you've done a lovely job.
Done them once. But I had to buy all the accessories with them, because obviously you can't have your nails with all the right nail kit. So we bought the wee shine block, and we've got new scissors, and we get new acrylic, because obviously I like this next colour. So yeah, I spent a lot of money and a lot of fucking shit, and now my children are starving.
Yeah, well, you can always have more kids.
Yeah.
But I can't believe you bought those slippers, because those slippers really are the ugliest fucking things I've ever seen.
Yeah, I bought them for my daughter.
What? I don't give a shit what you bought them for. They're hideous. My comment on Facebook said,
"What the fuck did you just put up there? Did you just put a pair of Crocs up and fucking slag my child's new slippers for her birthday?"
Those slippers look like they're prescriptions. It was like the doctor said, make her wear these shoes and then she'll stop being like this. Those slippers are horrible. But
you can't wear fucking Crocs and slag my bears.
Just did.
That's like me wearing Louis Vuittons and you saying they're shit and you've got a pair of Primark shoes on. I mean, I don't know who asked me to come on to this show, but I didn't fucking ask to come on and get insulted.
Look at us debating. It's amazing. Oh, do you know what? There's going to be snippets of this all over the web. Look at these two women going head to head because they bought her daughter some fucking horrible slippers.
It's fucking amazing.
They're not.
No.
They're going to make her look like she
No,
gets
they don't
to
give a shit, man.
the queue in Alton Towers straight away.
Wankers.
Oh, come on, everybody. Let's let this little one the front of the queue look at her shoes. It's all in good fun. Oh, Lindsay Graham's going. Oh, are we having a lovely time, Dave? Jim, how long have we got left? Have I got time to fan myself? Because I'm sweating buckets. I'm sweating like a middle-aged woman trying to pull off being 36. Time's up! Everybody go!
I was trying to check there, but I'm on my phone and my big fat fingers could press it.
Your fingers aren't big and fat. Let's have a look at them.
Where's your antibacterial?
I just coughed on this small, frail woman.
Sing happy birthday! Sing happy birthday!
Oh, I'd like to sing happy birthday. A friend of mine's birthday. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, Tom James. Happy birthday to you. It's birthday today. So, Dee, I want to thank you ever so much for being on the first show, and thank you for swearing.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I agree. No.
Right, well, if you want to see that, if she wants to see that, we can do it together.
Yeah, also, we could do lots of arguing because you seem very angry and Scottish, and I'm quite racist.
Yeah, it'd be a fucking great combination, as long as we're apart, because usually I punch as well as shout. So
you wait till I'm ragging it. I'm a right cow. Thank you so much.
I think we'll be falling about the drugs.
Oh, I've got drugs later. This is so exciting. Right, so thank you so much, Dee. It's been so exciting to have you on, and your filthy mouth and your lovely wig. Because this is the first one, I don't really know how we end. I don't know what we do. Do we just take our clothes off?
Let's go. We'll just say bye. Say bye.
Oh, I will say this. I bought this from Silk Thread at the beginning of lockdown, and I was going to return it because it was just way too big. It's really too small now. So fucking livid. But thank you so much, and I will see you again. And thank you anybody who's watching, if anybody still is. Bye everybody. I'm gonna go wipe this sweat tash off.